Hiya Beasties, lots of bloopers, so you'll be happy. This is Karin, otherwise known as BATB Passion.
And I am Janeen, J. Cole on Facebook, at Janeen on Twitter. And let me just say, the tutors aren't the tutors.
The what?
The bloopers
yes.
aren't necessarily staged at all. It's just sometimes we get it like that.
Yep.
And sometimes we don't.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Today, because we both came in bad moods for different reasons,
yes.
it took us a moment to get going.
Yeah, it did. It did. But yeah,
We've arrived.
We have. So we're here this week to talk about episodes 5 and 6 of season 4 of Beauty and the Beast. Episode 5 being A Beast of Times.
Yes.
No, it's a wonderful beast. And number 6
is The
Beast of Times, the worst of times. And I do believe this is probably going to be a 50-50 type review because we both loved episode 5,
yes.
but we both didn't love episode 6, and we'll tell you why for different reasons.
Yes.
But let's start with the good, hey? Episode 5. That, I liked it. I liked it very much. That it's my absolute favourite BATV episode ever, possibly not, but it's up there in my top 3.
When I watched episode 5, I was on the edge of my seat the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
And I was excited to see where the next scene was going to take me.
Yep.
I was absolutely stoked with the performances of everybody except Tessa's crying. Can't get over that. But anyway.
Oh, I think that was in the episode.
Yeah, I think it was too. But I still struggled with that.
Still struggled a couple of weeks later. Yeah, what the heck.
Yeah. But I think there was some awesome acting by Jay Ryan. By Kristen Krug. And actually even by JT. I really liked JT in this episode where he was able to show his doubt in what Vincent was saying, but also believing his doubt. It's like, I don't understand what's going on here, but I trust you enough.
Yeah, exactly.
To know you well enough as my friend to know that there's something else going on here, and I'm going to have to go with this. And I'm talking about JT in the fugue.
Yes, I know exactly what
you mean.
Not in
real life,
yeah.
So I think the homage to season 1 that everyone mentioned about was the fuging for Vincent.
Yes.
And Evan.
And Evan, that's right. It's funny, at the time none of us were in love with Evan because we saw him as a potential threat and an enemy for Vincent. But I was so happy to see him arrive and so happy to see Daddy Reynolds. I liked all the going back to various plot lines of the first couple of seasons. I really
like how
did
they
enjoy
played
that.
Evan in episode 5. I liked that he was still the saviour.
Yeah.
I liked
he was.
that he still dubbed him into Muirfield. But I really liked that Catherine wasn't happy even though she was with him.
Yes, that was the thing that I liked as well. That, without Vincent, as he said at the end of the episode, she would never have been able to get the closure that she needed in relation to her mum's death. So, there was so much of it.
And I suppose in my, like I was trying to review last week, I said I had seen episode 5, but I was going to try to forget that I had seen it when we were doing the review. So all those bits about me saying there was no progression, there was no future, I can actually see after watching season 5.
Episode 5.
So, episode 5. That yes, there was progression in that they've come to the realisations now that it's taken them that long to get to that. Without each other, they wouldn't be where they are today. And the fact that Vincent is free is because of who he and Catherine are, along with JT and Tess. So they have moved forward. Not as much as I would have liked, but they have moved forward.
Well, the problem is that they move forward through the fugue scenes and through Vincent and Catherine's understanding of how important they are to each other. But in episode 6, it went back again, but for the wrong reasons, I thought.
Well, seeing that next week's episode episode 7 is the point of no return.
Yes.
I still don't get why they've had to put Vincent back on the run. I just, it was possible for it was possible for them to be living a life, to not have to go back to being on the run, to not have to go back into hiding. They could have done so much more with it. So, because we're not going into another season, and they did know that when they were writing season 4, why did they take us back to the... I don't understand why we've gone backwards in the storyline, back to where he was in the beginning, the point of no return. Hopefully, episodes 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 are just going to be so amazing that we'll forget about
the first half of the season. Yeah, except for episode 5.
Yeah.
There was, and we've been talking about this too this afternoon, Beasties. We're not so sure how we feel about doing these reviews over this next several weeks. We're going to play it on a week-by-week basis because we also don't want to get here and be negative about this show and Janeen raised a really good point before with me that it's because we're reviewing each episode that we're looking at them so much more closely. Yeah. I guess we're not getting the chance just to enjoy them for the sake of enjoyment.
Yeah.
We're looking for stuff to talk about.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, in looking for stuff to talk about,
we're
finding more negatives than we are positives. So we're simply going to play this week by week. So we may do another one in a couple of weeks' time for episodes 7 and 8. Or we may not. Yeah. We're not sure. We may end up having a bit of a gap and then doing a full season wrap-up.
Yeah.
To see how we feel by the end of the season, because we just think in our current frame of mind, and we tend to agree with each other. Yeah. I rang Janeen on the way over here today, and I said, "What did you think of episode 6?"
I think so.
Yeah, now I'm doing it, and she ummed and ahed, and I said, "You're the same as me, aren't you?" And she said yes. So unfortunately, we seem to be a minority from what we can pick up on comments online. And we just don't want to be those people.
Yeah, I don't want to be the negative Nancy. But I'm going to say things that I've been really paying attention to because we're doing the reviews are things that I wouldn't normally.
Yeah, true.
Typical example is Catherine in the shower.
Yeah.
Her hair changed every time her view changed. Yeah. So if she was from the back, her hair was looser. If she was from front on, her head was more slicked back. She was back, you saw her back, it was out. And I normally wouldn't even... I see them but don't register them.
Yep.
Like I look at that, go, oh, that was different. But I don't sit there and go, how many times did they get it wrong normally? And I found that that's what I was doing. I was looking to see the inconsistent or the lack of continuity between scenes, which I wouldn't normally look at. I'd see it and go, oh, look at that, there's stuffed up her hair. But I wouldn't be looking to go, and again, and again, and again. Yeah. And I wouldn't be looking at you, like we were saying with him holding in episode 6 where he's got the guy, what's his name?
Hill.
No, the army dude.
Oh, the Colonel, yes.
The Colonel, he's got him, he's not listening to his heartbeat. Why?
Yeah, that got me. Okay. He could hear the bomb and he could hear what was happening in that, but he couldn't sense the Colonel's heartbeat to realise he was telling the truth when that has been such an integral part of one of his abilities. He did it last week or the week before. He was always able to tell when somebody was telling the truth. That was something in episode 5. The bloke that walked into their place, snuck into their place and shot them ostensibly when they were in their beds.
Well, he sensed them.
He sensed that dude telling the truth, but that raised a point for me. Where did that dude go? Catherine left him on the floor in the apartment. And I remember sitting there thinking, where did he go?
Yeah, I don't want to think too much about the negatives of number 5 though.
But it's that ability of Vincent's to be able to establish the truth. He didn't do that with the Colonel. I mean, maybe because he was too upset.
Yeah, maybe. I do get that, but I've really noticed the lack of inconsistency with his abilities. So he's in the car. All of a sudden,
that was awesome the way he did
speeding out to stop the reporter to get back in the car. He's never done that before.
Yeah.
So which brought in now. I was thinking about this before, and excuse my drawing parallels here, but I know he's not the Flash, right? So I know that he doesn't speed around everywhere.
Yeah.
But if he's able to do that, why has he never done it before? And why is it only now that he's been chased by paparazzi that all of a sudden he can do that? There's been many times where they've been in car chases that they could have put this ability of his to get out of a driving car, a speeding car, to go and stop them. He's never done it before. Why all of a sudden can he do it now? Why? Because it was good for the plot, good for the storyline to move it forward.
Yep.
But this is the sort of thing that I've been noticing.
Yes.
Because we've had to do the reviews.
Yes, I agree with you. And the other thing that got me, and I think Beasties will understand this because I even wrote this into one of the fanfics, that shower scene at the beginning. I mean, seeing a half-naked Vincent in a shower, every beastie on the planet is going to love. Anyone that has a heartbeat, that was lovely. But then Catherine joins him, and first he goes to kiss her, and she stops him because she has to repeat this old trope of, oh, you know, I'd like a minute to ourselves, and we're
Well,
always
if she had
blah,
just
blah,
shut
blah.
up, they would have got that minute.
Yeah, yeah, exactly, and we would have as well.
Yeah.
But they were interrupted again. And I'm thinking, oh, here we go. This harkens back to, I think it was season 2 where we noticed that more than anything else.
No, season 1. Yeah.
Yeah, not as
'cause
much in season 1.
Heather kept interrupting them everywhere.
Yeah, a couple of times. But when they got it on, they got it on. And
That's true.
But remember in season 2, there was the helicopters on the roof. There was all sorts of places they got interrupted a lot. And when they got interrupted again, I was just thinking, this harkens back. So elements of it's interesting because elements of the past, like in episode 5 we've loved.
I loved episode 5. Yeah.
Elements of the past that we saw in episode 6 I didn't love at all. And the comedy capers that they put them through several times.
Yeah, look,
that didn't do it for me either.
I don't mind the bits of comedy in it because I know people have some people have said it's, you know, romantic comedy and stuff. Well, I'm okay with that. You know, romantic comedy, a little bit of action, I'm all right with that. I really am.
I think there might have been a little too much in this episode.
Yeah, see, I thought it was good because I thought it was. I personally felt that the bit where they're all at all in the gentleman's club, all trying to live their own lives. They're trapped. They can't go anywhere, so they are all of a sudden under each other's foot, and that is the sort of thing that would start to happen.
Yeah, I guess.
You would. You know, I think that was very. But I loved it when Vincent turned the blender on. While Heather was trying to talk about, you know, how down and out she was because her and Carlo had just got together. I thought that was just funny. See, those little moments, I really like those. I think they're awesome. And I think that, I don't mind it, but what I really liked about this episode 6 was Vincent. We always ask that question, how did Vincent get away from it? How did he get out?
Yes.
We know
How
now.
did he get out of Afghanistan?
We know now.
Yeah,
because,
we know.
Because
that was good.
His commander didn't want to kill him.
Yeah.
He didn't want to shoot him. And
he recognised the good in him and the integrity in him even then, and actually let him go. So at least that answered a little riddle for us that we've had for a long time. If they were killing everybody, how the hell did Vincent get out of Afghanistan? And he had saved Catherine's mother as well, Vanessa.
That was afterwards. That was after he came home from Afghanistan.
No.
Yeah.
No. Remember when the troops... It happened in season 1 where he was having the flashbacks and when he was talking to Catherine. And that person, Muirfield, or the soldier, was about to kill Vanessa.
Yes.
So my idea is that perhaps he might have run then to hide in that room, then saw that soldier was going to kill Vanessa, saved her life, and possibly then took her out with him. So, or something along that line. And she might have brought him back to America. Anyway, however it was. Yeah. But at least we got that answer. Yeah. So there were some good things about it.
And the other good thing I found about this one is that I liked that Catherine was able to realise it doesn't matter how much of the dark side Vincent goes to, he's always going to come back to him.
Yeah, he did show that tonight. Yeah. I was a bit worried when she went back to meet him at their preordained meeting spot that he might have still been beasted out.
Which he was when she
first got there, he was. But the fact that he walked out from the shadows and he was, normal, gorgeous Vincent. So, as soon as he realised it was her, he was able to calm down. But, where they can go to from here will be interesting.
Yeah, it will be.
Yeah, I mean,
Look, I think, when I think back of episode 6 without actually trying to critique it too much, I didn't mind the episode. There were bits in it that I did like.
Yeah, true.
I did like the whole snapping of Hill's neck.
Oh yeah, I must admit, that's a repetition I was happy to see not happen because when he was holding him up by the scruff of the neck,
she couldn't talk him down.
I was waiting for the whole, here she goes again, she's going to have to talk Vincent down and he's going to come down and he's going to stop in the last second and then the next thing you knew, snap, went that neck and Hill hits the floor like a sack of spuds and I thought, okay, that's new.
Different, yeah.
That's different.
But she believed that he was going to come back to her, which I really liked.
Yeah, that's true. That's very true.
We didn't get the whole repetition, as you said, of her talking him down.
Yeah, exactly. And I did like her reaction as they're running in behind her. She was literally shaking, and there was actual shock on her face, and I could see it, and I read that. So those scenes I thought were well done.
Very well done. I've never, and even throughout the whole 6 episodes so far, even though I've not really liked the storylines, I've loved their acting.
Oh yeah, yeah.
You know, and I really think that Jay Ryan in episode 5,
yes,
showed his acting chops.
Yes,
just brilliant. He was just brilliant. You know, today I really liked JT.
Yeah, same.
I really liked Austin.
Austin, who knew you were such a good flirt? Hello.
I really did like Austin Basis in this episode. I thought his acting was probably, for me...
Yeah, it was really good.
It was really, really good. I liked him better than I liked Tess. Sorry.
I know, you have a problem there.
I have a problem with the relationship of Tess and JT.
Yeah, I do too at the moment.
I'm really pissed off that she broke off with him.
Yeah.
I mean, okay. Yeah, I don't...
And when she said, you know, you're supposed to be moving on, well, what more moving on can you do than to take a job interview at a great biotech engineering job?
Even if it wasn't set up, he's shown that he's willing to move on because he went to the...
he wanted to go to the interview hoping to get a job, which would give him...
Even if it wasn't set up, he still showed that he was...
Exactly. So that is moving on.
Yeah.
And finding yourself, exploring what you can do.
I really hate that the writers have broken them up.
Yeah, I do too.
You know, they bring them back together with memories of how it could be, but this isn't what we want.
Yeah, no, I got a bit upset at that too. But, like I said, JT, the flirting with Dr. Peretti, that was good. Dr. Pretty. Peretti. Yeah. And she was flirting, but who knew that JT could flirt so well? So he's come a long way.
JT was awesome. I really liked him in this episode.
Yeah, so
and I liked it when he said to Heather, do you want to get out Beverly Hills Cop? And she's gone, don't know what you're talking about. Never heard of it. And then he reels off he was Shrek he was in Donkey and Shrek.
Yes, exactly.
Come on, you JT.
Yeah, I know. Awesome. That was a cute scene with the banana and the tailpipe. I actually did like Heather this episode. For me, I expect the light relief from her.
Yes.
And I have no problems with the light relief from her. It's when they did everybody being light relief for each other that it got a little bit too much for my liking, but...
So I love Jay Ryan as a comedy actor.
Yeah, look, yes, because I've watched a lot of his stuff right from... Even though he's always been, apart from Go Girls, he's always been on the serious side. Yeah. He's got perfect timing for comedy. Timing, yeah, he does.
And I like when he shows that little bit of, look what I can do.
Yeah,
kind of thing.
True.
I do like it.
Agree.
So even if it's a flippant remark or if it's turning on even though it's all scripted, but it's the way he does it.
Turning on the blender to drown out
Heather's
talk about sex talk, maybe.
Yeah, I do like him as a comedic actor, so I don't mind seeing them comic relief. I don't think Tess or Catherine can do the comedy. No,
not as much. No.
But JT,
but he's a great.
Heather,
he's
and
Jay Ryan and Austin, and Nicole as well. They're great foils for the straight people to work against, which is great. So I did like that.
And I liked what Vincent said to Catherine at the end of episode 6, where.
He's not going to do this without it.
We've got to find a way because I'm not letting you go.
Yeah, and he's in that he has progressed. I wish you'd say that to me.
And me.
Yeah.
Mimi, pick me.
Mimi, pick me.
Mimi,
both of us.
Mimi, pick me. Times infinity.
Okay.
No. So it's just. I really do think that.
Look. There is good and bad, or there is positive and negative. We're trying to see all the positives. Unfortunately, our scrutineers' hats are seeing too many of the negatives to perhaps...
we don't want to be always the downers every week,
exactly.
And I wouldn't mind just watching it without critiquing it, and then maybe coming back in a couple of weeks' time and going, now that I've seen these 2 episodes, I'm really enjoying this part of the whole story, or I'm really enjoying that part, rather than try and break it down by episode. And although... theoretically we're already doing this, I guess because 1 and 2 were bad, 3 and 4 were bad, 5 was good but 6 is bad, so to speak. It feels like it's just negative upon negative. So
I mean, it's not going to stop me watching the show.
Oh God, no.
Interestingly enough, I have given up on a few shows over the last couple of years that I love to start off with, but I refuse to give up, and I look forward to watching next week. I'm actually now quite curious as to where they're going to take Vincent and Catherine, because he is on the run and he does have to hide again.
Yeah,
and how the hell he could possibly this time get out of this one?
Well, I know
There'd have to be some real high up pulling of strings.
I know that JT did say that, you know, he had enough adrenaline in him to burst an elephant's heart. But who's going to listen to that? Who is it that can listen to that? Because Homeland Security's gone.
Yeah, effectively. I mean, even if they could prove he was a human that was injected with adrenaline, and humans injected with that much adrenaline are going to have problems. So maybe the way around it is to say, well, look, he was just stronger than usual because of what Hill did to him. I don't know.
They're going for PTSD. Well,
yeah, but
it's still murder.
Yeah, but even if it is PTSD, and it did write institutionalised next to that on the box to the right, it had written institutionalised. So that's what they plan to do with him, is to chuck him in an institution. So it's going
that's going to hold him.
Yeah, but the thing is though, they can't, I guess, really go the adrenaline defence, because then they're going to say, well, see, this is his PTSD.
Yeah.
Blah 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 blah. So we're back to square one. We have to bring him in. So it's going to be really interesting. Maybe they go and live their lives out in Costa Rica, to a non-extradition country.
Maybe, but then what about Tess and JT and Nicole and Heather?
You know, there might be three couples. They'll all have to live there together.
Sorry. What about all the others?
Well, Kyle and Heather.
Do you reckon
Tess
Kyle's
and
going to find
JT.
out? Do you reckon they're going to tell Kyle?
He's going to find out somehow. Maybe it's Vincent saving Kyle's life. Something like that. Could be. Who knows?
I mean, honestly, when you think about it, and this is why... Okay, let's think about it. He was on the run.
Yes.
He was in hiding.
Yes.
He was on the run.
Yes.
He was in hiding.
Yes.
He was on the run.
I think I know where this is going. He was in hiding and he's on the run.
So now he's in hiding again.
And he's on the run. Yeah.
So, lots of moving forward in this.
Although I suppose some will say that Vincent being the beast, his life is always going to be that.
You know what? I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
But why can't he be out in the open as Vincent?
Because he is the beast.
But who knows that?
Well, true.
There's conjecture. There's always someone after him.
Yeah,
and
true.
And that's bringing the attention to the media. Well, you know, you can just shut the media down by saying, I don't know what you're talking about. Rather than no comment, just say, I don't know where your sources are. Deny. You know, if in doubt, deny.
So what if you saw Hill in conversation with the two of us? It was in my position as a DHS agent, and Vincent is a doctor. He needed some advice on a case.
And all of a sudden the Deputy Director of Homeland Security has disappeared. Well, how would a normal everyday
Doctor
reporter,
and cop,
reporter, know that?
No. Yeah, well, that's true too. Yeah, you've got a point there.
So how is she finding out that the Deputy Director is gone?
Yeah, we haven't seen him for he's been gone.
He's been gone.
And where is your husband? My husband is off being a doctor, he usually is. Yeah.
Yeah, the question, I don't, like all of a sudden this week, there's another reporter on their trail. So why don't you use the reporter and come out to people and say, yes, I am Vincent Keller, I am a beast, this is me, but look, I'm going to beast out in front of you now and no one's going to get hurt.
Nah, that wouldn't work. As much as we think there's a certain sense of logic to that.
I know you're right, but I want him to do that.
We're talking about American agencies. Do you reckon they're ever going to let a beast just quietly live his life because he can control it? Bullshit. They're going to want to experiment on him even more.
So what are they going to do? Dye his hair pink and say, my name's not Vincent, my name's Fred?
Yeah, probably. Because
they will always,
if the whole world knows he's a beast, he's dead. Because some idiot will come out of the woodwork.
Well, that's true.
Because
I did know that.
You have been paying attention to the American presidential campaign? There'd be a whole lot of supporters that would... Yeah,
well, they're all beasts.
Okay.
So is the Australian government, for that matter.
Yeah, well, you're right. Yeah. We're just as bad as each other. But
Absolutely.
We won't go into politics here. But the world would never leave him alone if the whole world knew. It's bad enough when only a few
I know that was a really
know.
stupid comment that I made, but I'm allowed to make them on board.
So, look, good bits, bad bits. Love the acting, generally speaking. Austin, you rocked the flirting.
Yeah.
I really liked that.
It was,
I really did like that scene.
I did like
And
JT
did Tess not like that? Good. Woman, you should learn. Stand by your man while he goes and finds himself.
Support.
Yeah, exactly. And bring back more shower, Vincent, but going just a little bit further down.
You know, just naked Vincent.
Yeah, okay. Yeah,
Doesn't have to be in a shower. Show me his butt.
Yeah, I know.
In skin-tight black boxes, thanks.
Yeah, I know.
I think I put this request in before.
Yeah, you have.
Hey, and did you know last week we got Happy Trails? Last week?
I didn't even notice
I missed them.
What do you mean?
I missed saying.
Oh, you missed saying that there were Happy Trails.
There was Happy Trails last week.
Oh, were there?
Yeah. Very cool.
Oh, when he lifted up his top to see whether he had the bullet wound and was so shocked when he didn't have it. Yes.
Happy Trails.
No. Okay. Oh, no, I don't have Happy Trails.
Vincent. Oh, right. Beast. I like Vincent's Happy Trails.
Yeah, I know. Look, I must admit, he's doing all right. He's doing really all right.
I think he looks awesome.
Yeah, so do I. And there was no damn robe this week.
I know.
I noticed that too.
No robe, naked chest, wet.
Yes.
Mm.
And they didn't have to pan away. Really. I mean, anyway. Remember this word passion? Remember we had this word passion once upon a time for season 1?
Yeah. Look, it's almost like they want to give it to us, but something has said to them not to.
Yeah.
You know, it really is like, it's almost, in this shower scene in particular, it's almost like they wanted to go there, but someone has said, no, you can't. And whoever that was, I'm going to smack him.
Yeah, well, yeah.
But that's
smack them upside of the head. Oh, that was good, like JT did to Vincent last week in episode 5. Whacked him over the head with the broom. And is that real enough for you?
Did you notice someone on Twitter said, how hard did you hit him? And Austin's reply was, well, what did it look like?
It looked pretty hard.
Yeah, it was just
ow!
It was
I
just
did like that. Some of the expressions on his face, I mean, when he confronted Catherine and realised she didn't know who he was, Lord, his reactions were good.
But I loved it when he was talking to himself. It was so convincing.
Yes.
He was so convincing that I was talking to himself going,
Yep.
but I was no, nah. So it was just like so believable.
It's the sort of shit I do to myself all the time.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, this is good because we as we're talking about it, have you noticed, we're actually starting to see some more of the positives.
Yeah,
so
true.
Sometimes we might have started off a bit more negatively, but...
That's very true.
Yeah.
There are a lot of positives. I'm not saying there isn't. There's going to be in 9 minutes.
9 minutes? Oh, that's good.
Yeah, I'm not saying that there isn't positives. There is. And I am enjoying... I'm enjoying watching them on my screen. I'm not saying that, but the storylines are really annoying me.
Yeah, I must admit they are.
If I could watch them without listening to the story, it'd be really good. If I could watch their reactions.
I reckon an episode, something along the lines of they're all playing Scrabble or they're all playing a game or Truth or Dare, or where it's just, half a dozen of them telling harebrained stories and remembering things from the past.
Because how many times have you sat through an episode of things like, for example, The Big Bang Theory, Seinfeld, Everybody Loves Raymond?
Yeah, where it's just a lot about nothing. I could handle an episode about nothing.
They're good. They're good episodes. You sit there, you laugh at them. Imagine if they were recapping some of their escapades that they've been through. You know, like some of the partnership jobs. Remember when we did this?
Yep.
And it can show little bits and pieces. And it doesn't... I just wish they would use Vincent's abilities for a lot more than being on the run. That's what, I guess, at the end of the day... is
that's
really
true.
Annoying me.
Because we haven't really seen much of him being a doctor all that
Once
much.
or twice he listened to a guy's heart, to the agent's heart, to realise that he was leaking. But he could be using those abilities for so much more than just being on the run or fighting off bad guys. And that, I think, is what has annoyed me most about this season, is that they have again chosen to be on the road of, the big bads.
Yeah, yep.
They could have done so much more with it, and it disappoints me that they didn't.
Yeah. Yes, I know what you mean. But I guess then they run the risk of, like they did a couple of episodes ago, where the storyline with my mate from Helix, the assassin, when his wife and his kids were emulating the whole pregnancy and what Catherine and Vincent could end up as, and we found it just a little too convenient. So I guess there is a fine line between a case for them to solve not reflecting their lives again.
Yeah, well, but there's heaps they could do about that.
Yeah.
They could have John Doe come into the hospital that Vincent uses his abilities to diagnose, and then he goes, well, hey, Catherine, we've got to find there's someone that's out there. We've got a serial killer. I'm fixing the victims. You need to help me find him now.
Yeah. Yep.
And he could use his abilities for that. You know, he could track down the killers.
And then have more the subplot.
Yeah.
So I guess we're, at the end of the day, it's a buddy cop show. We've seen Castle, the writer with the cop, Lucifer, the devil with the cop,
Castle?
Beast and the cop. Yeah, 11 seasons or something.
Well, you've had, the cop and the sidekick.
Yeah.
So why couldn't, but, the sidekicks didn't have Vincent's abilities.
Yeah, exactly.
So they could have taken them to a whole completely
different. So we could have explored
you could have still had in
more.
the background people chasing Vincent down, sure.
Yeah.
But I think, the whole big bad, every single season, they're always running. I'm over it.
Yeah, and like Vincent, I did feel his frustration in the last couple of episodes, and it crept through a little even today, not for wanting to get rid of Catherine, obviously, just for the point of, do we have to go through this all the time? Yeah, well, yeah, you do, unfortunately, but we're going through it all the time. Yeah. So, anyway, Beasties, episodes 5 and 6, a very mixed bag.
Yeah.
Although, like I said, kind of looking forward to next week to see where they take this now, because at least, he's now wanted for murder of Hill, and how the hell they can get out of that one is anybody's guess. But those two agents that were with Catherine, the white guy, for want of a better term.
Yeah, because we're not trying to discriminate or
but we don't know their names, but particularly
the older of the two.
Well, he appeared to be the older.
The one that appeared to be older out of the two.
He certainly seemed to start believing Catherine. Well, she was very believable. You could
see the doubt across his face. Yeah, and
so he knows something is going down.
Yeah.
And that it's not what
it seems
the deputy director has made it out to be. So maybe he'll make an appearance, and maybe somehow they'll all find a way.
Homeland Security, seriously, how much higher up does it need to go that Vincent's protected?
Yeah, true.
I mean, okay, hopefully it comes out that Vincent did kill in self-defence.
Yep.
Because it was a case of he was injected
with something that
made him do what he did. Hopefully that will be the way out, because it was self-defence, and JT's analysed, whatever it was that JT analysed, to say that he was injected with more adrenaline than that would explode an elephant's heart.
Not go the whole hog with the explanation, just part of the way to say, hey,
so hopefully
he was injected with crap that
he's not dangerous unless you do something like that. Well, they won't worry. But he's not dangerous, but when he's injected with this, or it wasn't his fault, it was self-defence in which Thingo was killed. The only person that can refute that is Catherine, and she will even say to you probably that it was in self-defence.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, she knows it was in self-defence. Yeah. And so long as, I hope that, because there seem to be some parallels and some throwbacks to earlier seasons, I just don't hope they try to fake Vincent's death again. Just thought I'd throw that out there. I just hope it's not something like that. Maybe
that's something they will have to do.
But do it properly. Yeah, okay. Who knows? Somebody else high up somewhere is going to come out of the woodwork, you would think. But who the hell it is? I sort of suspected Hill for a couple of episodes.
Yeah, you did.
I thought that it was just a little bit too clean, and he's got the most to lose if stuff about Vincent comes out.
But he's a deputy director. He could have turned around and said, I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I'm not covering up anything. What, they're not going to believe the deputy director?
Well, true. But he'd be skittish because of the fact that they tried to kill him and his wife and daughter. So, in part, I even understand where he's coming from. I don't have to like it, but I can even in part... Because he apologised. He said, I don't want to have to do this, but really, it's either me or you, Vincent, and at the end of the day, everybody's going to look after themselves.
It doesn't have to be either one of us. We can protect each other.
Yeah, and what was that? He was bolted to a chair and he couldn't snap out of it before he even got the first adrenaline shot?
This is the inconsistency of his ability. Vincent can just go like this.
Just go like
all
that.
All he's got to do is make his eyes glow and lift his arms, and he really snap those chains. We've seen him do it before.
He sort of seemed to be sitting there a little too.
Sometimes he's too human. Sometimes he's a beast.
Yeah.
In what he does do. Sometimes he can snap the things being a human with eyes glowing, and sometimes he can, I don't get it.
Yeah.
And it felt like you said it was only 2 days later than last week's episode. Then how you surely
he healed really fast. I'm sure it said at one point that it was like only a couple of days earlier.
I didn't catch that, but
yeah, I
saying,
did.
yeah.
It's somewhere it said 2 days, and if I find it, we can talk about it next time anyway. But, and I kept thinking, wow, for somebody who was septic a couple of days earlier, he's doing phenomenally well.
I can
and the way
say,
he blurred out and back in again, I'm starting, somehow I reckon he's got to have some of his healing powers back.
well, I can tell you from personal experience that I have seen someone who's septic 1 minute who should be dead sitting up eating apples, ice cream and sandwiches. So
Really? Wow.
it is possible to recover that quickly.
Oh, okay.
But
without being a beast who should still have some of his recuperative powers.
To the extent that he's improved.
Yeah. It was like he was just perfectly normal. There was no...
I would have liked to have seen him running at one stage holding his side or something.
Yeah.
You know.
Oh, shit, this hurts.
That still hurts.
Yeah, that still hurts.
Yeah.
It's going to hurt for a little while longer, but I'm getting better.
Anyway,
but yeah, he seems
I've
to have
never been
healed.
shot, so I don't know.
Yeah, well, neither have I, and I don't care to find out.
I did cut my finger.
Yeah, I've done that
and that's
before.
a couple of days later, it's all right.
I don't know that's quite the same as digging
Me
a
and
bullet out of your lower stomach.
I have beast abilities to heal when I cut my fingers.
Anyway, Beasties, I think we've talked enough for one episode. So onward and upward, you'll see us when you see us. We will be back. There's absolutely no doubt about it. We're just not 100% sure when at this point in time. And hey, it might be in 2 weeks again to analyse the next 2 episodes, because then we'll go, there's only 5 episodes left after these 2. And I don't, interestingly enough.
I don't want to do it.
Yeah, isn't
I do
that
and
interesting? I'm exactly the same. I do and I don't. I have said that, season 5.
A lot of Beasties.
I know. Well, look. No, I can't
actually,
say
you
that
know
either.
what? Jay Ryan's got another show coming out,
Yeah.
another series. Maybe we can get together over Jay Ryan.
Oh yeah, that could work. I'm sure there are Beasties that won't mind.
I'm sure.
So
anyway, we'll see.
The secret is all the rest of the cast from Beauty and the Beast go with Jay Ryan to his brand new show.
Absolutely.
I have no problems with that.
I'd be curious to know whether or not his leading role or supporting role.
Yeah, it will be
what
interesting.
sort of role?
Yeah.
There's a few. I read an article the other day about a few shows that are
yes,
coming up.
I read the same
is
article.
he in any of those?
Yeah. Because we know it's filming.
But they've mentioned they've mentioned the lead names. So
yeah, I
maybe
remember
it's just
reading
a
that.
supporting role for now.
Or it's that one where they've only cast the female. The one who is Dr. Death that euthanises people when she has to. I think they've only mentioned her as the lead.
Well, so
he may be her sidekick.
I just really, 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 really hope that it's a show that is supported well and that gets lots of seasons for him.
Yeah, same. So Austin,
I don't want to have to
go
fight.
with your mate, your buddy, your pal Jay.
And
no.
Yeah,
that would be good.
Yeah, it would be.
Yeah,
Absolutely
that would be
awesome.
really cool. Anyway, guys, it's been an interesting fortnight. It's been an interesting 2 episodes of Beauty and the Beast.
Yeah.
Love and hate, hate and love, 2 sides of the same coin. But we will be back.
Yeah.
And we'll talk to you again soon.
We just don't know when.
Yeah. Cool.
Bye.
Ciao, ciao. Bye. I was looking for. Well, hello, Beasties.
We're dark, aren't we?
Yeah, we are. It is sort of a bit dark.
Look at my head. Oh my lord. What was I thinking?
Oh, this is hilarious. You know this is going to be a blooper. I put all the bloopers into the last one.
Oh no, I saw that.
Oh, you did you? Oh, this is
my
cool.
head, look at that. Very pretty.
I know. We're trying to make ourselves laugh, Beasties, so that we're actually in a better mood when we film the next review.
Because we're both in bad moods.
Yeah, for all sorts of different reasons.
Oh, right.
Oh, God. See, this is why I like coming to see you. I got the review.
Yeah, I know, right? Who wants to do it anyway?
Yeah, exactly.
I'm so pretty.
Yeah.
Oh, that's better.
Yeah, it is, isn't it? Considering
like I've
that
got
I've been
bulges in my-
recording this.
Oh, that's not right.
Yeah, that looks
Hi.
very pretty.
I'm at Janeen on Twitter and what's my name? J. Colin at Janeen on Twitter. Do I look pretty?
Yeah, you do.
Trying to
I
get
like the
pretty.
little lily thingy in your frangipani. It's a fake frangipani.
I
Faux
have to
frangipani.
go like this.
Oh, okay. So
So that you
or
can see my beautiful hair.
Yeah. I'm thinking of the frangipani that's on top
hold
of
on a
it.
minute.
Because that's pretty. Very nice. All right. We're going to do the real one in a minute.
Oh, sorry.
We just do these bloopers for you guys because we know you like to laugh. Oh, far out. Shit, okay. This is funny. I love it. This is my best part of the video. My favourite part.
I thought you
but
stopped
you're gonna
it.
have no.
Oh.
Oh, of course I haven't. See, it's a square in there. It's a square in there.
And a chair as well. There's people with names.
With
And
stories to tell.
Open wide. Vincent. Come in. Oh, Vincent.
I thought I had that last bit on video. You weren't meant to stop it. They missed the best
I
part.
don't know, they might have caught the end of it. Tail end of it. Vincent's tail end.
Vincent's tail end. Yeah, all right. Well, I'm going to stop this and then we're going to start again and we're going to do this properly.
Okay, is my hair look
Okay.
right?
Yes, your hair looks perfectly fine, so relax.
Alright, I'll check.
Look at the beasties on the camera because if you keep looking at me, it's not you looking at me like this,
But then they can
it's
see my
me
pretty
seeing
robe.
you looking at me
My pretty flower.
on the video.
But then they can see my pretty flower.
Yeah,
See, if
no,
I do that,
but they
can't
would
see it.
rather see your pretty face
I
than
don't
your
think so.
goddamn pretty flower. Yeah, of course they would. Even if they don't like what we're going to say. I'm not even sure what we're going to say.
I'm ready.
Okay, cool. Hey Beasties, we've had our fun. The bloopers have been made. I'm Karin, otherwise known as BATB Passion.
And I am
You're Janeen.
I'm Janeen.
Yep,
At
otherwise
J.
known
Cole.
as?
Oh my god, what started out was so good.
Yeah, I know. We'll do it again, that's all right. Yeah, I think I have. Hello Beasties, I'm Karin, otherwise known as BATB Passion.
And I am J. Cole on Facebook. Janeen is my name and at Janeen is my Twitter handle.
That's a correctamundo.
So confusing.
I know, but we'll be okay. Well, we're here to talk about,
A couple of things really.
yeah, sort of all sorts of stuff.
Tag, you're it. So,
Okay. Episode 5.
Yeah.
What was it called?
Why do you do this? Do
I just realised.
The Beast of Times? The Best of Times? No, is that this one?
No, that's
Why did we
yeah,
do that?
I don't know. We're going to have to
You
go look
can't
that
put
up.
this on there this time though.
Yeah, you can.
Because then you're going to think we're hopeless, which we
Yeah,
are.
that's all
but,
right.
You know.
Oh, I couldn't care less about that.
Oh, okay. Right, I'm going to get my phone.
Okay. She's going to get her phone. Hey Beasties, we had to do it again. Would you believe that when I was typing up the episode list this morning, I actually typed up the names of these episodes and thought, oh, I should remember this. No, you can't do that. It's a torch.
I'm trying to give you better light. I'm trying to give us better light.
I think we'd have to... La, 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 la. You know when you do that at a concert with the That's what I was trying. Hey Beasties, well at least you can't say you're not going to get some good bloopers today. I am Karin.
You are Karin.
Hey Beasties, this is Karin, otherwise known as BATB Passion.
I am Janeen, known as J. Cole on Facebook and at Janeen on Twitter.
And we are here to talk about episodes 5 and 6 of Beauty and the Beast Season 4. Episode 5 was It's a Wonderful Beast.
Yes.
And episode 6,
The
Beast of Times and Worst of Times. So this is going to be a
How
50-50.
see where they got their name from, the worst of times.
Yeah, tell me about it. This is going to be a 50-50 type review or 80-20 type review. Most of it spent on episode 5, I'm thinking, because we both really loved that episode. I agree with Nick Roman. It was definitely a standout, and it was a standout because Jay Ryan was awesome.
Yes, he was phenomenal.
Yes. Episode 6, unfortunately for me, went back to what it was before, but we'll talk about that a
Although
little
I
bit later.
do believe that episode 6 had some very good moments.
It did.
I think
Except
we're about to be interrupted.
I think we're about to be interrupted too. Didn't even think about that.
No, me either.
Oh well.
Pause.
Sorry, Beasties, we'll do the proper one in a minute, but just letting you know, cleaners have decided to come in, so we had to send them up the other end of the building.
Because we're at my work, just in case you didn't know.
Yeah, see, the logistics of putting these together, that does happen too.